Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. So it's pretty much the same as all the stuff we've been doing. We're gonna hop back onto the engine bay and start welding up some of the holes on the firewall. Now I've already gone through and pretty much prepped most of these holes. All the little tiny ones I'm gonna take care of right now, and then we're gonna come back to some of the larger ones. So I'll probably remove this grommet and do an actual like patch panel there. Over here, obviously for the old AC lines, patch panels here. And then back there, I guess a patch panel. That, or I was gonna get some sort of a plug that looked really nice, but I don't really know, probably gonna patch it up. Same thing over on that side, obviously that hole right there. And then we're gonna keep the brake booster for now. We're gonna keep that for now. Obviously the two in the middle where the wires all come out, we're gonna keep all that. And oh yeah, also down here, we're gonna, I've prepped all these. We're gonna clean all those up because all these gas lines and brake lines are eventually going to run back there as well. They're all going to get redone and tucked out of the way, so I'm not too worried about it. And obviously all the holes up there at the top, the ones that we don't need, are going to get welded in. We're going to leave this because this is for the windshield wiper motor. Now I've got to be super careful because welding on the firewall, there's actually a it's kind of like a sound deadening material that's on the back, and I've kind of cleared it out and I've felt behind it, and the metal doesn't butt up right against it, but I'm gonna have to go slow so I don't catch anything on fire. I can remove all that stuff, but we're just gonna try it with it the way that it is, and if I start seeing smoke, then I'll immediately stop and we'll pull it all off. It's just gonna be such a pain in the butt to get all that off, so I'm gonna try it this way, and we'll see how it goes, I guess. And once we get all of the bigger holes sorted out, then we're gonna move on to the seams. I don't know if that's gonna be in this video or not. I'm definitely gonna try to, but let's go ahead and just get started and see where we end up. dude. Freak, that hurt. That's what you get for having a hole in your welding glove. Ugh. Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So it's been a couple of days since you saw the last clip, and I just wanted to go over real quick where we're at before we start hopping back onto the engine bay. Alright, so here's where we stand with the firewall. So most of the holes have been welded up on the firewall. Obviously this one's got to stay because the windshield wiper motor will go there. AC lines where they went in have been deleted. These are going to stay because that's where all the wires are actually going to run out to the engine. Throttle cable, that's staying. Brake booster, that's staying. Brake or clutch slave, I don't know, one of those two is staying. And then over there, those two holes have been welded up. They just pretty much need to be ground down. So a couple of more things. I do need to finish welding up a couple of little tiny screw holes here. And then I think the firewall will pretty much be done, as in all of the holes will be welded up. And so I've got a couple of hours today, so the goal is to pretty much finish the firewall on this car. Now, once you get the firewall done, we're gonna be moving on to all the seams. That's pretty much all that's left when it comes to welding. But I don't know if I'm gonna add it to this video or not. It really depends on time. I'm actually gonna be, I don't know exactly when this video is gonna come out, but I'm gonna be going to Reno, Nevada the week after Thanksgiving for work. So if any subscribers are in the Reno area, definitely shoot me a message, hit me up. If I got some free time, maybe we can meet up. If y'all got some cool cars, I'd love to check them out. But anyway, I'm gonna be in Reno for a week, and then once I get back from Reno, I'll be here for a week, and then I'm going to Salt Lake City the next week. So it's gonna be a pretty busy December, and I definitely wanna get you all an update video on where we are with this car. So if I have to move the seams to next video, we will. But the good thing about it is once you get all the seams welded up, then we really get into the bodywork portion of this, which I'm hoping isn't gonna be too bad. I know it's gonna be a lot of work, but I've dealt with body filler quite a bit, so hopefully I've got a pretty good idea of how I'm gonna do all this. So hopefully those videos will go by pretty quickly and we can get this bay painted and move on. And one other quick thing before I forget, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do with this front radiator support piece. I think what I'm gonna do is I might try to fab up a custom metal plate that kind of goes over top of this and sits nice and flush and looks good. That way it kind of fills in all these holes that I don't really, you know, I don't really want to weld up all of these. I mean, maybe I could. I don't really know what I'm going to do with this piece yet, but we will figure that out here soon. Also, one last thing you all might have noticed, I did not weld up that hole in the back, and the reason being is because there is going to be a wire that comes off of this windshield wiper motor, and it needs to go somewhere. So I am thinking about probably just running it down, or just running it down through that hole and then back through there. It's gonna be, there's gonna be a nice grommet on it. It's gonna look good, and I'm gonna probably treat that as the only engine bay hole. That way, if I need to run any more wires or anything into the engine bay, or I guess into the car, I can route everything kind of to that hole, tucked, clean up, out of the way, and we'll just tentatively we're gonna leave that hole where it's at. We'll see what it looks like when it's all done, or when at least when I get everything ground down and welded up and all one color. But I think that's going to be the only hole in the bay. It might change, I don't really know yet. So actually let me know in the comment section below what you think. Should I go ahead and weld that hole up or leave it with a nice grommet on it and not worry about it? It is a little bit weird too. It's kind of like, it's got a lip on it, so it's going to be a pain in the butt to weld up. But like that one, oh my god, that one over there, right back there, that one right there, is super hard to weld just because of where it's at. So anyway, if we need to weld that one up, we will, but for now we're gonna leave it the way that it is. And for the keen observers, yes, I did weld that up. I know in the previous video I said I was gonna leave the box there, the fuse box, but man, like doing all this work, and it's just gonna be a little bit more work to move that somewhere else. So I plan on moving that box into the engine bay, and then we'll have to lengthen some wires and stuff, but it's gonna clean this up so much more without that box being there. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get back to work. Alright guys, so I think that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I really gotta get inside and start editing this video before I head to Reno here coming up in the next couple of days. Again, if anybody's in the Reno area and wants to reach out, definitely shoot me a message on Instagram, and maybe if I have some free time, I really don't know what it's gonna look like, maybe we can meet up and I can check out some of your all's cars. I wanna thank each and every one of you all for tuning in. Thanks for kind of bearing with me through the process of shaving this bay. This is something that takes a long time, and yeah, it's not gonna be done overnight. So I know these videos have been a little bit repetitive over and over, but we're getting close. The welding portion's almost done. We just gotta tackle the seams, and then once the seams are done, we'll start getting into the bodywork portion of this, and hopefully it'll start speeding up by then. And one important thing that I do want to mention, at the beginning of this video, I talked about not removing the sound deadening material off the back of your firewall when you start welding. I want to make sure everybody is clear, this is not a good idea, okay? This is something that I decided to do. I took my time. It took a lot longer than it should have, but I also didn't want to remove the sound deadening from the back. I just made sure it was spaced off the metal enough to where when it heated up, it wasn't gonna catch anything on fire. So if you decide to go that route, which I don't suggest, again, this is something that I did, make sure you go very slow to get all that welded up properly, and you don't wanna catch anything on fire, because that would be all sorts of bad news. All that time and effort you put into a car to burn it down like that, oh man. Believe me, I took my time to make sure nothing was gonna burn on this one. Now in the meantime, while I'm still posting progress on this, I'm thinking about introducing some other videos that I've kind of edited and worked on but haven't really ever posted to the channel. So let me know down below if you all are interested in those sorts of videos. It's gonna be different from the E86, but it's progress on some of the other projects I have in this garage. All right guys, so if you like this sort of content, please smash that thumbs up button. If you want to be notified when more content gets posted on this car and any other projects here in the garage, make sure to press that subscribe button below and tick the little bell notification to be notified when I do post. But anyway, stay tuned for more AE86 content, and until next time, I'll see you later.